Somebody just did screwed up. Take down. I think it's time to get ready. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Mike here. Hope you're having a great day or night. I could lie to you and say that I'm making $1 million the past couple days, but I'm not. Today is show you some stuff that's sold. I haven't sold much. I've been busting my butt listing stuff. Just trying to keep it afloat. So let's see what we do today. Polo shirts. Now we'll just bag them up and throw them in the inventory. Look at that, just like Macy's. Providing value on eBay, selling Ralph Lauren polos for over 17 years. Did you know that you can find brand name clothing such as this Ralph Lauren polo shirt that sells for $65 at the store? You can get these at the thrift shop. I pay $1 to $2 for them. Sometimes they're $4.99, sometimes they're $9.99. But do you know that you can get brand name clothing at the thrift shop?
Mike, where do you get those poly bags from?
Well, it's a very big secret where I get the poly bags from, as you can see right here. But if you're interested in looking for tools that I use in my videos, pick4profit.com/tools. Poly bags.
Hey, excuse me, sir. Where do you get those poly bags?
Really? Poly bags?
Yeah.
Moving on to what sold on eBay. Paid $1 for the Super Nintendo Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City video game, tested and works. And it sold for $13.45 shipped. Paid $2 for this. Me and Steve got at a liquidation deal to Charbroil gas grill replacement electronic ignition model 6094. It's brand new. This is the second one I sold on eBay for $13.85 shipped. You guys have any idea how many times I have to retake these voiceovers? It's nuts. Anyways, here's an Amazon order. I had a nickel in this. Had a bunch of video games. I picked up Atari games about, I don't know, 8 months ago. This is a Buck Rogers Planet of Zoom for the Atari 5200. And this sold for $2.58 plus $4.57 for a total of $7.15 shipped. Moving on to Etsy. I want to thank Alyssa for buying some records from me. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This first one is the Moody Blues from 1974 vinyl LP record. Here's America Hideaway from 1976 vinyl record. Gotta love this old stuff. Classic. Love Me Tender. We've got Elvis Golden Records from 1958. All the good Elvis hits. Who doesn't like Elvis? Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer. Elton John, Empty Sky vinyl LP record. MCA 2130. And the last item is the Righteous Brothers Soul and Inspiration Sounds. Again, Alyssa, I really appreciate it. So let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vinyl records. They sold for $18 minus a coupon for $1.80 for a total of $16.20 plus $8 shipping for a total of $24.20 out the door. We also had a local order meetup / whatever you want to call it. This was a pet taxi on Facebook. Had it on all the platforms as well. People were interested in it. Had it for $16, and people are beating me up on it. I'll give you 5, I'll give you 8, I'll give you 2 crackers, a donut, and a bag of Pringles. So one lady was like, yeah, I want this bad. So I said, all right, let's go. So Kim met up with her, and the lady goes, she had a 20, right, Kim?
Yeah.
And Kim's like, I don't have any change. And so it's like, oh my gosh. She's like, just keep it. So we were asking 16. She gave us 20 because she didn't have any change. And so we sold it. Picked up this at a garage sale some time ago for about $1 or $2. So good money there. Moving on to what sold on Steve's account. This came out of a storage unit. It's a vintage Universal Lamp Company Auto Light Miners Carbide Lamp Lantern Cool Patina. Crazy. Sold for $16 plus $8 shipping for a total of $24 shipped. Here's an item we went halvesies on at the garage sale. Steve picked this up, a New York Motorcycle Club Black Biker Retro Graphic T-shirt, size medium. Sold to Frank. Frank, I really super appreciate you buying the shirt from us. Sold for $10 plus $4 shipping for a total of $14 shipped. Picked up this belt buckle and a belt buckle a lot at a garage sale. It's a vintage rare cells leather, parentheses, founded in 1861, end parentheses, belt buckle. This sold for $12 plus $4 shipping, total of $16 shipped. Turning storage unit furniture BS finds into something nice, right, Kim?
That's right.
What color are you going with?
Well, it's actually that accent color that we have in the house. I had some extra, so I'm going to give it a facelift.
All right, well, you're working on that. I'm working on this piece here. I'm gonna stain this and see how it looks. This is that sewing machine here. Use the Mini Wax Wood Fine Penetrating Stain Red Mahogany 225. Looks pretty dark, but should go on pretty nice. Let's give it a whirl. All right, just applied one coat to it. It's looking pretty nice. Got a fan out here because this stuff stinks, but I'm gonna let it dry here. It's actually pretty dry, but I'm gonna let it kind of soak in the wood and see where it looks like in about 30 minutes to an hour. Like farmhouse blue, Kim.
It is. It's drying so quick I can't even I can't even touch a spot that I've just done because I'm screwing it up.
Oh, well, keep plugging along here. Okay, just got done staining this other piece, which was like a footrest. Did the same mahogany color as the sewing machine. This is the original top. As you can see, it's pretty tore up. Just not even attractive. I can't even sell it like that. So I'm going to rip all this off and reupholster it, and I'll show you guys what it looked like when I'm done. Took that first layer of fabric off, and this is the original fabric. Looks pretty, looks okay. Doesn't look great. It's pretty beat up here. I'm just going to kind of wipe it down and try to get some of this dust out of here. But I'll show you what it looks like when I put some new material on here. This is the fabric I'll be using to reupholster that seat base. And this came out of that Native American unit. I figured I'd use it for something on the line. I got a lot of it. So instead of me selling it, I figured, you know what? Something might come up in a project. So today's the day I'll be using it for the project. After nailing away and nailing in my finger, my hand right there, I don't know how that happened, but we are finished here. We have a finished product. Let me flip it over. And there is the base. It's got that nice southwest look to it. I think it looks great. It looks vibrant. So we're going to slap it on the piece of furniture, that little stool, and see how it looks. And here is the finished product. Looks pretty good. Love how the blue looks on there with the mahogany. So, yeah, this one's all ready to rock and roll. See what we can get for it. All right, now that we're looking at this, we think this stool actually goes to the sewing machine table. It did have the same color paint on it there, so I think that might be a good addition for it. I mean, it's pretty sturdy, but at the same time, I don't know. So I think we're going to piece it together and sell it as one big unit, the sewing table with the seat. Alright, so this piece pretty much done. It's still a little wet, so I'm going to let it dry overnight. Got to do a couple touch-ups on the leg, but I do think this kind of went with that. Very cool. At some point here we'll get it all finished up, listed, and hopefully it sells. Kim's project's all finished as well, taking that old solder-like bookshelf, putting a little paint on it, and she'll use this for her school. Gonna have to put at the bottom here a couple screws because it's a little warped, but overall it'll work for what she needs it for. And now it's time for a horror story selling Nerf guns on Facebook Marketplace. All right, Kim and I just got back from a local Facebook deal selling these Nerf guns. Picked them up for a couple bucks at a garage sale. Anthony was playing around with them. I actually left them in my yard for a while so they got discolored. Anyway, this lady was messaging me last night. I'm really interested in it. My boy will like this. Blah, 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 blah. And, you know, it goes on forever on Messenger, right? I'm like, well, do you want them or not? So today she's like, okay, we're supposed to meet up at like 12:30. She's like, oh, I'm running late. Can we meet up at 4:30? Sure, whatever. I mean, it's literally like I could walk to where we're going to meet up at, so which is a library. So she shows up. We got this tub of guns, it's like 6 or 7 of them, and she's like, well, that's too many guns. It's like, that's what the ad was. You take the guns, and you give me 20. So she's like, well, you know, the kid's sitting there playing with them, and he's looking at it like he doesn't know what to do with these. Maybe he's never had a Nerf gun. And she's like, well, can you demonstrate them? And I'm like, I'm not going to demonstrate them. I said, they're right here. Again, I could have sat there and said, here we go. This is how you load a little Nerf thing in here. And waited 30 minutes, right, for them to finally say what eventually happened was, yeah, no, we're not going to complete this transaction here. So I'm just like, whatever. This person drove from Florence, Arizona, which was like a 45-minute drive, to say there's too many guns. It's like some people out here, honestly, and I'm kind of ranting here, guys, they just don't read. Or maybe they can't read. They can't see. They're blind. It's craziness, but that's what you got to deal with when you're selling stuff locally, and obviously you deal with it online as well. So what is going on with the world today? It's crazy. Or maybe it's just stupidity. Let's call it for what it is. Appreciate you guys watching today's video. Hope you're out there hustling, you're making some money, you're flipping items, you're making some cashola, maybe some local stuff, huh? Go out there and be great, make things happen, live your life. Next time I'm out of here, peace. Vlog over. Burn out. Something inside is driving me crazy. My heart is on fire. Now.